Looks like we're on here. I don't know if he's coming at me or what. Yep, he is. See what we got. Ooh. Wow. Right under the canoe. Oh, here we go. Wow. Sleeping. Fell asleep at the switch on that one. Oh boy, that's a cool jump. They're no longer with us. And that wish was interrupted, unfortunately. Oh man, that's a heavy, guys. That's a heavy. He's pissed. There he is. Tail out of the water, steaming along. All right, we're gonna do something a little different today here on Fill the Boat. We're gonna show you guys how I troll a fly for trout. I have this kind of a neat rod holder in the middle of the canoe. I put it on this forward yoke. It just lifts up like that and it holds your fly rod. You can face it on whatever side of the canoe you want. That's personal preference. I just get some fly line out, drag the fly behind me, and I just troll along. Kind of keep an eye on your rod tip. Sometimes they'll just nip at it and they're being picky. What I'm going to start with here is this woolly bugger here, kind of green. It's got some grizzly hackle in it with a bead head. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here. It's not going to be too fancy with my cast because I don't need to be. I'm just trying to get some line out. I'm going to get some line out the tip. You know, it's probably, you know, and right there I probably got 30 feet out. I'm going to be coming into the wind, so I'll have to paddle a little bit more, but you know, going with the wind, obviously wind's going to do most of the work for me. Just had a hit right there. It's funny, they'll follow up on it. That's what that one's doing. He's following up on it. Sometimes I'll just give it a little bit of a twitching motion if I can see one's being kind of tentative. Maybe if I jig it up and down a little bit, sometimes it gets him to hit it. Looks like we're on here. Here we go. I don't know if he's coming at me or what. Yep, he is. See what we got. The good fish. He feels pretty decent. Let's see. Ooh. Yeah. Man, he's pulling. He don't want to come up and show himself to us. I suspect he will here very shortly. Oh. Wow. Right under the canoe. Come on up, son. I'm going to let you go. Man, he's really digging. Dragging my canoe around. Here he comes. Don't go in those weeds on me, please. Here he comes. Here he is. Come on, boy. Here you go, here you go, here you go. All right. That's a heavy trout. That's a good fish. Take a look at him. What a beauty, huh? That's a beauty, guys. I'm gonna try not to hurt him too much because I am planning on letting him go. Can barely get my hands around this bad boy. Okay, let me get it out real gentle. Let me see what I can do to get this thing out. Yeah, that was pretty easy. Get this out, and let's get this guy on his way. Oops. There he goes. I just had to wake him up and let him know he was gone. Okay, so this is where we're gonna start this next run here. Nice thing is the breeze is going the back of the pond, and what I'm doing is just I'm roll casting this line out. There we go. I got my rod holder set up. Drop that in and get ripping. The fly line that I'm using is it's an old Cortland intermediate fly line. It's a double taper fly line. If you know anything about fly fishing, you know there's different configurations. Weight forward is more conducive to false casting, but this double taper is a real easy line to roll cast with. If you're fishing rivers, it's an easy line to mend on the water too. You'll see the rod tip bounce. Sometimes they'll peck at the feathers on the back of the fly, that long marabou coming out the back, and they'll follow it for a long time. And like I said, I'll got it every once in a while. I'll just twitch it, give it a little bit of live action. Again, I try to make a wide turn so that my fly line has an opportunity to straighten out. Sometimes they'll hit right in the middle of a turn because the fly is sort of suspending. It's really not going forward anymore because, you know, the canoe is in the turn, and on occasion they will, if something was following it, they will hit it at that opportunity. Oh, here we go. Wow. Fell asleep at the switch on that one. Ooh, that's a nice boil. Come on, boy. Come on now. See what you got, son. Staying down. Oh boy, that's a cool jump. Got an acrobat on now. Same deal with your buddy I made, I'll make with you. Come in here and set in my net for a couple of seconds and I will let you go. Just want the guys at home to get a peek at you. I tell you, a lot of guys might say, why don't you just tighten up the drag and horse them, get them into the canoe, but anyone that fly fish knows that you're using a real light tip at 2, 3, 4 pounds, always less than 4, and you just can't do it. You know, you just can't do it. A lot of these fish are sometimes right at the breaking strength of the line, and you start trying to get him in before he wants to come in. That's all you're gonna do is break him. But he's ours now. Guys, this is another tank. This is another tank, guys. I'm not, you know, these are fish that, you know, you'd be lucky to catch a couple of every once in a while, but it's a couple of nice fish today, and he's angry to be aboard, I think. Okay, Bubba. Listen, I'm definitely gonna let you go, so just chill. Okay. Yeah. I got it. But jeez. All right. Get him in the water. Let's get him in the water so he's in good shape. I don't want him to give him a little bit of time. That last one I had to wake him up there with the net. Another good fish. Got this measurer here. 60. So that's an 18, 19 inch trout, probably 18. He's a good fish. Just wake him up and send him on his way. You ready to go, buddy? See ya. Just a reminder, it is Memorial Day, so I'd like to express my gratitude for all those service members that are no longer with us, and that wish was interrupted, unfortunately. Looks like we got another tank on here, boys. Tanks for the memories. Big head shakes too. So you can tell you got a nice fish on, sometimes the head shakes. You know, see how the rod travels so much. A smaller fish, you know, a lot of weight too. Man, I tell you what, guys, this is turning into a wide world of sports today. Come on, guy, come back around here. He's behind me now. Kind of tough to fight a fish with one hand and row with the other. It's definitely another heavy fish too. You can see what I'm doing now is I'm actually almost hand lining some line out to the fish. You know, I can tell when he's heavy. I just, you know, I don't want to put too much pressure on the line, so I'll do that. I'll hand line some out. You know what I mean? You can still see him out there. And he's putting good pressure on me. And the other issue is I have the wind pushing me sideways. So when the fish wants to go that way, my canoe's getting blown this way. You know, I'll do that. I'll take some line. I'll feed him line a little bit, just to. You want to keep the tension. Don't get me wrong, but not too much. This thing's dragging me halfway across the pond. Come on, son. Come on, son. Oh yeah, another beauty. He's ours. He's ours, guys. Another victory. Another victory for the old guy. Woo. Yeah, boy. Woo, woo, woo. Serious. That might be the biggest one yet, guys. You know, this might be the biggest one yet. Oh yeah, that is a big trout. Whoosh. If you look, he's not hooked. You know, he wasn't hooked that great. Jeez, this is a tank. Don't bust my rod, bro. Do not bust my rod. My God, you're gonna bump a hole in the bottom of the canoe. I feel like I got a halibut on. Let's see. Look at this. I mean, honestly, you look at my hand. I can't. There's no way I can take about 2 hands to get your hand around this thing. I'm gonna measure this one up here. We'll take a look at it. He's big. My ruler runs backwards, so got 36 inches on this side, and his nose is right to the 16.5. So that's a 20.5 inch trout. That's a trout that's over 20 inches, and I guarantee you, you're looking at 3 pounds plus. A beauty. And I just want to get him in. But that's a beautiful trout, guys. That's a beautiful trout. Really pretty. Take my time with him again. I want to let him go. I don't want to kill him. You can see the colors on him. Once he shows me that he's ready to go, there he is. He's slapping my hand now. You ready to go, son? There he goes. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Having a great time out here today. This is what we try to do at Fill a Boat. You know, we want to show you, you know, different things. And again, this rod holder right here for fly fishing is just phenomenal. It's made by a company called Down East Sportscraft. It's up in Maine. It's in Lewiston, Maine. And you can see when I lay the fly line out, all I'm doing is you lift that cradle up, you set it back down, it locks its way in, and I like to get it so that it sits up like that so I can see the reel. Obviously the reel starts spinning, you're on. It's great for doing what I'm doing with it right now. This is what it's made for. And it actually trolls, you know, out one side or the other, and whatever side you want to point it at, that's up to you. We're on the meat here today, and I'm hoping that I can keep showing you a couple of nice fish. And as I got interrupted last time, you know, just remember it is Memorial Day, and the reason that we celebrate Memorial Day is to remember those service members that gave everything in the defense of the country. And I just think that sometimes we lose sight of that in this country, but I'm not. And I'm grateful for it. Okay guys, just one more time. I'm stripping fly line off and sort of roll casting it, you know. It's fine. Get it out 20-30 feet and start working. This area that I'm working right now, last night, I did really well here, and that's kind of the reason I came back today. It is going to start raining today. It is going to rain for the next few days, so it's going to make, you know, conditions maybe not as good as they are right now. It always changes things. There's a lot of dragonflies in here, so I think you get that dragonfly nymph, some smaller insects, mayflies and stuff, but there's a lot of buggy stuff happening. And that's what they're looking at, and you can see the weed line extends out probably 10-15 feet from the shore. I try to stay a little bit off of it, but I know they're in it looking for bugs. So my boat that I'm using is in Old Town. It's an 11'9" Discovery Sportsman, sort of a hybrid between a kayak and a canoe. For me personally, it has the aspects of a canoe that I like, and you know, sort of the things about a kayak that I like. It does have a keel that runs the length of the boat on the bottom, so it's not flat. One thing that this boat does pretty well is it tracks decent for a small boat. Some boats, as soon as you come off the paddle, they want to start turning. This one does pretty good, you know, for a boat this size. Come on, he's coming at it. He's coming right at us. Coming right at us. There he is. Yeah. He ain't gonna give us much trouble. There he is. There you go. Yep. Yeah, just hold on a second. Nothing like the other ones that we've been catching, but it's okay. This little thing, just to give you an idea. This fish is 14 inches long, as opposed to 20. So, size matters, especially in trout. Oh man, that's a heavy, guys. That's a heavy. That thing's so big it should have a hull number painted on the side of it. Okay. Not like that last one we just caught. Let's see if I can get myself turning. That ought to help out a little bit. Just want to keep tight to him if I can. He's coming this way now. A lot of weight on him. Big head shakes. He's pissed. There he is. Tail out of the water. Steaming along, taking me on a Nantucket sleigh ride. Here we go. Come on, baby. There you go. Come on. Go easy. You don't want to horse them. There you go, pal. Oh, man. He tried to get out. He tried to come out of the net. He tried to come out of the net. Okay. You see him in there, guys. Another nice one. Beautiful fish. Let's get him up here and get a look at him. Yep. These are gorgeous fish, man. Okay, easy. There we go. This is the fly I switched over to this little hairs here. Beadhead hairs here. Buggy looking thing, so it's a fly that I've done well on in here before. And then you see this guy here, we'll let him go. Let's see what we got here for the, let's see how he tapes up. 36. So 17 inches. A little over 17. 17 and a quarter. Big fish, guys. These are great trout. These are a great outing here. GoPro, stop recording.